In today's video, I'm going to share with you my experience using the Nikon Z8 for my first photo shoot. Yes, I have a beautiful model and I only plan on bringing just one lens. Before I tell you my overall opinion, I'm going to break down the images that I took during that photo shoot. Let's get to it.
Remember how you were like early, like the first film? You were doing something simple. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's cool. Dude, look like right through this door.
Exactly.
like you're walking. Okay.
Here you go, just model for me. That's nice.
Awesome. I'm loving this. He's looking way more fashion than you think. It doesn't look kind.
Cool. And now, cute. Stop. Yeah. Move a little bit to the side. Yeah, right there. All right, so I'm back home. Venusa has chosen her favorite images for me to edit. I'm going to go through those images right now, show you what I was able to capture using the Nikon Z8 and the Z 50mm f1.2 lens, as well as the GODOX AD200. Now, as you saw, that's all the light I used aside from the available light that was given to me, depending on whether the sun was showing or not. But I really was enjoying the characteristic of the lighting. And so for the head of the 8200, I used a speed light mount as well as a MagMod MAGsphere right on top of it just to add some slight diffusion. The reason why I chose this light was because of its portability, its compact size. It shoots high-speed sync as well as TTL, 200 watts of power at full blast, and the battery lasts super long. And again, it's just really easy to travel with. I just wanted something to fill in the shadows if need be, depending on the lighting condition of the location. So anyway, let's get to her. Well, first, let me show you the photos that I took, and then we'll get to her selections. I'll edit a photo or two and explain my process. And of course, if you have any questions, post them down below. Let's get to it. All right, so you can see right here all of the photos I took. We did 3 outfits, and I'm really liking them a lot. And the ones I did or colored purple are ones that I shot using the Z8 and its continuous autofocus, eye detect, etc. at 20 frames a second. So I just wanted to see in a minute whether it nailed the shots. Okay, the red I use usually for whatever photos the models choose. So those are the ones in red. And the yellow, I was just playing with the editing before I got her selection. So let's get to first the photos that she selected. Boom. So as you can see, right up top, the Z8 with the 50 f1.2 lens. I haven't edited these yet. Image number 2, number 3, 4, 5, and 6. So these are the photos she chose. So if you don't like them, you know, feel free to keep your peace, okay? I like her selection. She actually chose some really good photos for me to work with. I'm sure there are a lot more in the collection that I for sure would have chosen, but these are a great start. I'm going to edit these and deliver those to her, and then move on from there. What I tend to do is whenever I post a photo that the model did not select, so out of these 6, I would edit, use it for social media, whatnot. I'd always share it with the model. So that's just a good little thing to do, a little habit, and it helps to solidify goodwill with your models. So anyway, let's get back to it. So again, these are right out of the camera. All right. Right out of the camera. Right out of the camera. No nothing. So let's get to editing some of these, shall we? Let's go to develop. I can already see highlights are a little hot. I'm going to use one of my presets I have here. I think I'm going to use the crisp clean preset, which I actually sell presets, people. Believe it or not, I actually have a set of presets, 12 of them. These are all fashion photography presets. But with presets, they're not always right on the mark. So we're going to adjust this, lower that. I for sure don't need 20 clarity. So let me start off with 0, actually. There we go. There we go. That looks better already. And now with the latest firmware update of this Lightroom, we're going to go to subject. And once it's selected, selects her rather, boom, look at that. That's pretty good. Shout out to Lightroom. Now I'm going to lower the exposure. Here. There we go. Look at that. See that Z8? Able to retain all that detail, that highlight. Look at the before. Look at that. You would think it's a little blown, but dynamic range is awesome. Look at that, baby. Already, this photo is looking pretty darn good. Okay. Now from there, I already see that little spot. So I'm going to go here and use the, what am I using? I'm using the subject something or other. There we go. Content aware, excuse me. And there we go. Disappear, like so. Because if you see that dot, see that? I look for the little things like that. Okay. So from here, I always keep texture at 5. That's just what I do. I am going to bump this up to 25. I like that. The big difference between vibrance and saturation is that vibrance really affects a lot of colors outside of the skin tone. Saturation will affect the colors in general and for sure will mess up the skin tone quickly. So that's why I tend to do like a dab will do when it comes to saturation versus vibrance, and I would do vibrance a little bit more heavier. So for those that didn't know, now you know. We're going to lower the shadow just a hair. Yep, I think that's pretty good. Now let's look at the before and after on this so far. So there you go. You can already see right out of the box in about 2 minutes, the photo looks a million times better. Highlights have been restored. Color versus skin tone looks really good. Even the sweater and the detail and the knitting, solid. Composition-wise, you can see, as I said, don't chop off at the knee. I ironically got this pretty spot on, in terms of like rotation and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. That looks pretty good. If you want to add a little pizzazz, well, in a detail, okay, so that's what I normally do, but let's just check this out real quick. Oh. Cool. Probably like right there. And there. Yep. That's pretty good. Nice. So we got that. Let's look at it as a whole. And there we go. That looks really good. I mean, for a quick edit, I can't complain. What I'm getting out of the Z8, I'm able to push and pull the highlights, recover detail, add some more, get some great color out of it, just as I would expect from the Z9. So awesome already out of the box. So I'm really digging this. Again, this is my first photo shoot with the Z8. And I'm liking what I'm getting. So from here, let me play with the tone curve just a little bit. Just a little bit. It'd be nice if it there we go. There we go. That actually made a little difference. And I'm actually liking the difference now. So let me go to her skin tone. I don't want it to be totally orange. So we're going to go, skin tone floats around the red, the orange, and sometimes the yellow, but definitely the red and the orange. So I'm going to do desaturation. Just a little bit. Yeah. There we go. That should be enough. So I always double check myself as I'm going through the editing process and looking at the before and the after, just to see like how far I went, whether I went too far or not far enough. So far it looks pretty good. I'm liking it. Now let's just do some light blemish removal. I'm not going to go super heavy with the editing today because I don't want this video to be super long, but I just want to show you what I would do or where I'm going with my editing. So we're going to do some content aware. All these little things can be distractions when we're looking at the photo, so I just remove it anyway. I've had models upset with me removing certain things, but I remove them anyway and then deal with it later. But most don't. They want clean, clean, clean. All right, let's get a little bit more. Let's get a little bit more. So now I could really see some stuff I want to move. I'm going to move this. Okay. Then we're going to move this. And this. And there. And there. So, cool. Now, if we look at her face, before, after, before, after. So just by removing blemishes, you could already see a huge improvement. Huge improvement. Okay. I'm not going to go into full deep, as I said, because I want you guys to kind of see the photo and see my process in general, like how would I edit this. My process. There we go. Before and after. And this is real quick editing, as you can see. That's it. I did 6 photos pretty quick. I'm going to go through these another 1 or 2 more times to remove the blemishes, etc. Fine and tune. But you generally see where I'm going with it. And here's the other one. There we go. Okay. Here's the other one. It's from outfit number 2. Okay. See, we're able to actually retrieve a lot of the details in the shadows too, and the gate behind her. Here we go. Definitely love the color. That's why I use Crispy Clean. Crispy Clean is my go-to for like nice color pop in the portrait. And then also the first one. So you can see with the first one, with the before, the highlights are a little bit high. I hit her with a little bit too much flash, and it reflected off of her skin. And that's why it's a little blown out there. But details are still there. And very easily, I was able to recover those details. So that's a pretty good one. I'm definitely liking how these are coming out. Okay, so that was just a quick little preview on how I'm going to go through editing these photos. Again, I used only the Nikon Z8 as well as the Nikon 50mm f1.2 Z lens. And for the lighting, it was the GODOX AD200 with the MagMod MAGsphere attached to the front to add some sort of diffusion. If you have any questions about this gear, I'm going to leave links to all of the gear I just mentioned down below, so you could find out whether this is for you or not. But overall, for my first time using this camera, it was absolutely a joy. I got the same expected autofocus experience from this camera as I would from the Z8. Color and dynamic range, as you can see, I was able to push and pull and really enhance my photos very easily and, quite honestly, very fast. This is why most of the time I barely even leave Lightroom, because it does so much for you. And with our cameras nowadays, like this Z8, you have so much dynamic range to play with. Shooting at the f1.2 or 2.8 or just wide open in general, I never felt worried about missing autofocus. Yeah, there were some times that might have been my error, or but for the most part, it was extremely reliable. In a future video, I will go over those photos about the autofocusing as the model was working toward me and see whether it nailed the shot. So that'll be a separate video, so don't worry. I just didn't want this one to go on forever. As I mentioned, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Post them down below. And if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more, don't forget to press that like, that share, that subscribe, and yes, smash that bell icon to get notifications for my upcoming videos. I'm Robert Silver, and until next time, keep shooting and stay creative.